All right, trying something new here. I'm going to be talking while driving. I think this might be the strat because it's so entertaining to like drive and talk. So yeah, I want to talk about low versus high neuroticism, assertive versus turbulence, and emotional stability. So this all started when my friends and I did a 16 personalities test in a few days ago, and it's the I've done it before in the past. It's just something that it's been a while, and they're like, "Oh, let's do it again." So we did it again, and I didn't really pay attention too much, but I mean, I knew about like the IE, the N, S, T, J, P. Yeah, that right. So I knew about those, but the part I never really paid attention to as much is that when you do the personality test and you get your four-letter personality, you are assigned either an A or a T at the end, and it stands for assertive and turbulence, according to the Meyer-Bridge 16 personalities test. And what assertive means is that basically you have good emotional stability and low neuroticism, while turbulence is the exact opposite: high neuroticism and lower emotional stability. And so I don't know. And this also applies to Carl Jung too, because Carl Jung's personality test also has neuroticism in it. And I never understood why. Because every other personality trait is pretty neutral. But this one specifically, I find it that you it's not as neutral as it is. And it's something like the other one's neutral. I don't care, I don't think it really affects much in your life if you're an introvert, extrovert, if you're a thinker or a judger, if you're a perceiver or a sensor, right? Um, that doesn't matter. But I highly believe it does matter if you have good emotional stability or not. Because, and it says this in the 16 personalities too, for assertiveness, or typically for like low neuroticism or just a good emotional stability, people tend to have happier lives. They're more content with their life where they are, and they're not chasing anything external to fill in hopes of finding meaning or happiness. And it really got me thinking. I think people should try to aim for better emotional stability. If there's one thing they should improve in their life, it's emotional stability. And it's something I never really related because I think my whole life I've always had low neuroticism and good emotional stability. And I think I just got lucky with like genetics and how my experiences went. And I understand that a lot of people were born in more unfortunate states, but there are also at the same time people who, if they were in the same position as me with higher neuroticism, they would struggle to feel content more. Because I went through sort of a lot. I mean, I had divorced parents, house burnt down. I was sort of homeless for like a few years of my life, but I'm fortunate where I am right now. I think, and part of it is because I was just luckily born with low neuroticism and good emotional stability, and I understand that that's something that not everyone is born with, and that emotional stability is more difficult for others. But the problem with the personality tests is that I find that people are going to be assigned with turbulent, and they'll be like, "Haha, look, I'm turbulent," and it forces a fixed mindset. But after all, a personality test already forces some sort of fixed mindset because it's just a label you attach to yourself. But that one even is more specific. If you just go, yeah, yeah, I'm a INFPT, and haha, yeah, I get angry a bit more, and that's just who I am. I'm, I don't think that's good. And it was interesting because when I did the personality test with like six of my other friends, every one of them got T, and I was the only one that got A, which explains it a lot. I don't know why I'm always around. I always thought I was like a little unique with my low neuroticism. I rarely found anyone else who's low neuroticism. So, and I think it is beneficial to have like people who are perfectionists. That like arguably the people who suffer more probably do, like when I mean suffer more, I mean the people who are turbulent or the people who have high narcissism. They tend to be more perfectionists, and they tend to be bigger goal chasers, which means they would probably accomplish more in society and give a better impact. And someone like me who's content, it gives me less reason to want to do things except it's for fun. Like I'm like going for my major and I'm doing all this not just for the love of the game, honestly. And it's different from having this like more external motivation of like I'm in a shit state and I really need to complete this goal to be in a better state. Which honestly I think is not good. I think it's better to just work on your own emotional stability and intrinsic motivation. Um, but in terms of contributing to society, usually those people tend to contribute more. But either way, I mean, it's up to you. It's like it's a bit selfish to say like I'm pretty content, and I think people should go fix their emotional stability. And I mean, I'm not saying like you have to be turbulent to contribute to society, but I find that people who are tend to contribute more, while people and also at the same simultaneously suffer more and are more unhappy. While people are assertive, while their contributions aren't as impactful because they're pretty chill where they are more happy and more find a more fulfilling life. So I really depends on it. Really depends on that. Personally, I've always was as someone who's always born with low narcissism. I think everyone should go towards emotional stability because for me, my value is happiness, and that I thought a lot of people's values were happiness too. Because I mean, I've grown up all my life seeing people chase happiness or meaning, and I find myself. I agree. I mean, like happiness, I think is really important, and for me, the reason why I am content with life is because of emotional stability, and with that too, I'm able to deal with suffering more positively. So yeah, chase emotional stability. Try not to be like try not to have personality as a label. If you are turbulent, try to help, try to fix it. I don't. I mean, it could be a good thing, but in my opinion, not the best thing. Um, yeah, that's about it. See ya.